often should my dog eat a day? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. There are numerous things like dog's age, breed type, food, and activity level that matter in how often a dog should eat, and each puppy has its own unique needs. So in this Manku dog video, we'll talk about how often you should feed your dog, which takes all of these factors into consideration. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post our new video. How often should a newborn puppy eat? The general rule says that puppies should eat more in frequency, which decreases with time as they grow into adults. So the newly born puppies should not be separated from their mother until the age of 8 weeks, because early separation from their mother and siblings often leads to future socialization and behavioral problems. So we advise not to adopt a puppy until he is weaned. When they are puppies, till the 8th week from their first day of their birth, they must feed on their mother's milk. In the first week, a healthy puppy feeds on his mother's milk every 2 to 3 hours a day. Then, from the second week, it begins feeding milk every 4 hours a day. From the 3rd week or 4th week, you can start introducing small amounts of solid food soaked in water so that they become habitual of this food. Start giving in small amounts twice a day, and the rest day let them enjoy their mother's milk. From 6th week, start giving the solid food about 4 times a day, allowing them to continue feeding on their mother's milk. But sometimes, mother refuses to feed the little ones even when they're weaning. In the case of abandoned puppies or those whose mother dies, you should only prefer to feed puppy formula instead of cow's milk or other mammal's milk, because such milk is deficient in essential vitamins and immunity boosters that only a mother's milk can provide them. To know furthermore about milk for puppies, check out our video. The link is given in the description box below. When they are adult puppies, puppies that are weaned or still weaning at the age of 2 to 3 months should be fed solid food about 4 to 5 times a day. The feeding frequency will vary from breed to breed, since the toy or small breeds require less as compared to the large or giant dog breeds, because growing puppies burn a lot of energy. So they need the extra calories in the form of nicely balanced protein and fats. As the puppy reaches the 3rd month, it is already accustomed to solid food, so we can reduce the frequency of feeding up to 3 times a day as the body's development slows down. The digestive system of a dog must be accustomed gradually, so the feeding schedule changes progressively. From the 6th to 12th months, the ideal frequency of feeding is 2 servings per day. But in the case of large and giant breeds, they'll need 3 servings per day. This is because dogs reach their adulthood at the age of 1.5 years, but large and giant breeds like Great Dane, Newfoundland, and huge Mastiffs enter into their adulthood at the age of 2 to 3 years. They mature a little later than the small, medium-sized dog breeds. When they are adult dogs, when finally a dog matures, the ideal serving should be 1 to 2 times a day. But the final decision will mainly depend on the body requirement of the particular dog. If your dog is a big couch potato, then 1 serving per day will be enough, which you can give in one go, or you can split into 2 servings. But if your dog is very sporty, 2 servings per day will be a good option. When they are old dogs, as your dog gets older, you need to set the frequency of feeding according to their health state. Most of the old dogs suffer from health problems which include medication and even reduces their mobility. So only a vet can suggest the best feeding options by keeping their clinical condition in mind. Some old dogs prefer to eat frequently, as they eat very little at a time. But some dogs know how to ration their food by themselves. So instead of leaving the bowl full of food, it is necessary to make their feeding time scheduled. And if you're feeding your dog homemade food, feeding on a schedule is a must thing that you need to follow to keep them healthy. So that's the ideal feeding guide that you can use to feed your puppy or dog right. If you have any query or suggestion related to any of our videos, drop it in the comment section below. We'll appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Give a like and share our video with your friends if you found our video helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.